of the Kwara State government in industrialization have continued to yield results as the state has witnessed the presence of foreign investors who are setting up business while taking advantage of the state's business-friendly incentives. In the same vein, existing businesses in the state have also continued to grow and expand. KAM Industries is one of the prominent manufacturing industries in the state. KAM Industries is a big-time player in the steel manufacturing industry, not only in Kwara State but across Nigeria and indeed Africa. Recently, the company kicked off plans to build what will no doubt become Nigeria's largest steel processing mill with a foundation laying. The ceremony was indeed a milestone which attracted dignitaries and personalities, including Vice President Professor Yemi Osinbajo, captains of industry, financial experts, political leaders, and stakeholders. In the Vice President's entourage were the Honorable Minister for Solid Mineral Development, Dr. Kayode Fayemi, and the Executive Secretary of the Nigeria Investment Promotion Council, Mr. Segun Awolowo. Professor Osinbajo's first point of call was at the palace of the Emir of Ilorin, His Royal Highness Alhaji Sulu Gambari. The Vice President described his visit to Ilorin, his first official outing in the state, as a homecoming. He commended the Emir of Ilorin, Alhaji Sulu Gambari, for the peace and progress witnessed in his domain and expressed his delight at the enterprising spirit of Kwarans, which according to him is now attracting attention on a global scale.
Nobody can come and go past his father's house. You must pay your respects. So I'm really pleased. I'm very, very pleased to be here. And I'm also pleased to be here on a very happy occasion. It's a very happy occasion because, again, it is one of those very important occasions where we are celebrating the entrepreneurship of a Kwara indigene, a Nigerian, who has excelled in areas that we ourselves continue to say we must excel in the area of manufacturing. And not just any type of manufacturing, but steel manufacturing. I think that we have every reason to be proud, and I'm sure, Your Royal Highness, you have every reason to be proud that one of your own is doing so well and attracting both local and international attention.
In his response, the Emir of Ilorin, Alhaji Sulu Gambari, welcomed the Vice President to Ilorin. He prayed for the success of the Buhari administration.
We thank Almighty Allah. He's the only one who can thank for your achievements so far. But let you understand that much is expected of your administration. Yours is a change. And the people of this country have roundly granted you a mandate of change. So we believe that you are up to the task, and we believe you are going to achieve substantial part of your manifesto by the grace of God. So we that we are behind you, we use our whatever God has given us to continue to pray that you will succeed and succeed roundly and proudly. We are proud of you so far. May God continue to help you.
From the palace of the Emir, the Vice President proceeded to the KAM steel rolling mills factories in Ilorin, where he was conducted round the expansive facility by the chairperson of KAM Wire, Alhaji Kamaruddin Yusuf. The KAM Integrated Steel Project is the brainchild of KAM Industries, a wholly indigenous company engaged in the production of corrugated iron sheets, building wires and nails. The company, which started out as a small merchandise concern dealing in the sale of nails, wire and roofing sheets, has, through the visionary leadership of its chairman, Alhaji Kamaruddin Yusuf, grown into a manufacturing concern involved in production and manufacturing of steel products for the Nigerian market. Delivering the welcome address at the occasion, the Deputy Chairman, KAM Industries, Hajia Miriam Bolanle Yusuf, thanked the Vice President for honoring the invitation, stressing that there cannot be any meaningful development in Nigeria's economy without a conscious effort at developing the steel industry.
Our special welcome is to our father, the Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Professor Yemi Osibajo, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, GCON, for finding time to lay the foundation of this multi-billion naira edifice, KAM Integrated Steel Complex. It is imperative to note that there cannot be any meaningful development in the Nigerian economy without a conscious effort at developing the steel sector. The cold steel rolling mill that you have seen earlier today is fully functional. It started like a dream, but today it has become a reality. We congratulate you, Your Excellencies, for being part of making history in developing the economy of Nigeria via the steel sector. It is more worthy to state here that the integrated steel company will remove many more people from the streets, thereby reducing unemployment in Nigeria and Kwara State in particular. We will not conclude this welcome address if I do not thank His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Kwara State, Alhaji Dr. Abdul Fattah Ahmed, for his unrelenting efforts and support in ensuring that KAM Industries continue to grow from strength to strength. We welcome you all for being part of making history in the foundation laying ceremony of KAM Integrated Steel Complex. Welcome once again. Thank you all for coming.
The Minister of Solid Mineral and Steel, Dr. Kayode Fayemi, in his remarks described the event as historic, observing that the achievement of the company was capable of galvanizing the development of the sector as a whole.
Your Excellency, I'm really very delighted to be here today at this historic occasion of the foundation laying ceremony of the KAM Industry Steel Malt Shop, which is the single largest indigenous private sector investment in the steel sector in Nigeria. KAM Industry is a Nigerian steel industrial conglomerate with a wide range of steel plants comprising of nails making plant, wire mesh plant, wine drawing plant, cold rolling mill for roofing sheets, and has established itself as an indigenous leader in the steel subsector. The enabling environment that government has created is what has given KAM the spine and the muscle to do this project, and for the private sector to be involved this much in solid minerals development. So for us in the Ministry of Solid Minerals Development, we associate with KAM Industries. We shall walk along with you on this journey. We are committed to ensuring that you succeed, and we will do everything within the commitment that has been shown by the Buhari administration, which has necessitated the head of our economic team, the Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, to honor you with his presence here on this occasion. And on behalf of my staff who you've been working with in our ministry and the entire solid mineral sector in Nigeria, we congratulate you and we wish you well and wish your staff well. We hope by the time this is completed, you would have grown from an employer of 3,000 Nigerians to an employer of 20,000 Nigerians in this sector. Congratulations. God bless you.
There were also goodwill messages by the Bank of Industry and Wema Bank. Other dignitaries present at the ceremony were the Deputy Governor of Kwara State, Elder Peter Kishira, members of the Kwara State Executive Council, captains of industry, religious leaders and traditional rulers, among others. The governor, Alhaji Abdul Fattah Ahmed, commended the company for its consistent giant strides in the sector. He praised KAM Industries for promoting the use of 100% local raw materials and boosting employment in the state.
It is with great pleasure that I welcome the Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, His Excellency, Professor Yemi Osinbajo, on his maiden official visit to Kwara State for the foundation laying ceremony of the steel factory complex. A warm welcome to other esteemed guests present here today. I'm also delighted to be here for a ceremony that marks a significant step forward in our country's quest for industrialization. Since the establishment of this factory 2 decades ago, KAM Industries Nigeria Limited has been committed towards meeting the demands of the people of Kwara State and indeed Nigeria for steel and aluminum products. It is also imperative to note that KAM Industries is the leading indigenous manufacturer of steel products in Nigeria and has directly and indirectly provided employment for over 18,000 Nigerians. I therefore commend the Chairman and Chief Executive of KAM Industries for his achievements in the iron and steel sector. Nigeria needs more people like you in her continued quest for national prosperity. This steel plant, I'm told, is a 200,000 metric ton per annum steel melt shop with 2 rolling mills complex. When completed, the factory will produce high-grade steel products from 100% local raw materials using modern technology. I applaud the chairman and management of KAM Industries for the foresight in establishing this plant. I urge you not to relent in your efforts towards ensuring Nigeria is a self-sufficient country in steel production. I therefore call on all stakeholders to join hands with the government for the revival of our steel sector and support existing ones such as KAM Industries to accelerate the industrialization process. Let me also use this opportunity to assure the Chairman and Chief Executive KAM Industries of our maximum support and cooperation at all times. We pledge to continue to provide an enabling environment for KAM Industries and other businesses to operate and thrive in Kwara State. I also call on Nigerians to patronize Made in Nigeria steel products to ensure the development of the sector, generate revenue, and of course, create the much desired jobs for our youths. With these few remarks, I congratulate KAM Industries on this groundbreaking occasion and wish you the best in your future engagements.
Vice President Yemi Osinbajo, while commending the management of KAM Industries, noted that steel plays an important role in the Buhari administration's economic agenda and therefore called on all other operators in the steel industry in the country to ensure Nigeria becomes a net exporter of steel within the shortest possible time.
Steel remains the world's most important engineering material, but it requires economic extraction and refining techniques. Nigeria is the 12th largest iron ore resource country and the 2nd largest in Africa, with 2 billion metric tons of iron ore reserves. However, 70% of these deposits are yet to be proven, a needed step towards bankability of the projects in this industry and appropriate financing. The government is well aware of this issue and is currently looking at the options to resolve this challenge, including synergizing government capacity and private sector competencies for certifying existing deposits. Steel plays a pivotal role in the industrialization and infrastructure plans of the federal government. This administration is committed to fast-tracking Nigerian industrialization and committed entirely to ensuring that there is a conducive environment not just for industry, but in particular for the steel industry.
We encourage more investors like KAM Industries Limited to participate in the industrialization efforts of this country and to ensure that we become net exporters of steel products within the shortest possible time. I'm now honored to proceed to the groundbreaking ceremony of this plant to the glory of God and the benefit of humanity.
The Zonal Commanding Officer of FRSC Zone 8 Ilorin, Assistant Corps Marshal John Mihux, recently paid a courtesy visit to the State Governor Alhaji Abdul Fattah Ahmed. The Commandant revealed that 200 road traffic crashes were recorded last year by the Kwara Federal Road Safety Corps FRSC involving 339 vehicles. He appealed to the state governor to support the FRSC course in the introduction of speed limit devices in reducing crashes and fatalities on roads.
The state of harmony could not have had it better. Knowing Kwara State to be one of the most peaceful states in the Federation, this is evidently as a result of good leadership and good followership. This may have also contributed greatly to the location of Federal Road Safety Corps Headquarters, Zone 8 in Ilorin, covering Kwara, Kogi, and Ekiti states. The Corps is saddled with the responsibility of making our roads safe for motorists and other road users. I also want to commend His Excellency for the state government's 100% pothole-free roads in the metropolis, and the construction of feeder roads and other intervention programs that have in no small way contributed in the reduction of road traffic crashes and gridlocks in Kwara. Let me also commend Your Excellency for the establishment of the Kwara State Traffic Management Agency. When many states of the Federation are still on the drawing board, Kwara State has set the pace for them to follow. Congratulations. I most sincerely thank Your Excellency for this support and assure you of the Corps' commitment and support in serving the people of Kwara and other Nigerians at large in making our roads safe. I thank you, Your Excellency. I thank you for the beautiful work you are doing for Kwara people. God bless you. Thank you, sir.
The State Governor Alhaji Abdul Fattah Ahmed in his remarks spoke of the government's intention to give desirable support to the Corps in order to achieve its constitutional roles. He further explained that measures would be put in place to support speed limits in order to control speed-related accidents.
We're all very much concerned with the state of our roads today as a country, and we know that our roads have gotten bad largely because they've not had the desirable maintenance in the past. So our efforts are not only maintaining existing roads, but also constructing new ones to ensure easy movement of people and vehicles. We want to be sure that this takes one of the focal points of our developmental programs. We're also aware that the Federal Road Safety Corps is a very strong institution that is desirable to supporting our economic lives as it is, because we know that economy revolves around movement of goods and services, and the safety of this, we know, rests on the shoulders of Federal Road Safety Corps. So that underscores the capacity required to put it in place to ensure that we have good economic environment, and of course ensuring that we sustain the levels of productivity, because if people get involved in accidents, whether you like it or not, in one way or the other, it impedes on productivity. As you have very much observed, as a state, we have since recognized our role to partner with institutions like this to help drive good governance in the environment. A major infrastructure that government is putting in place, which consumes a good part of our budget, is the issue of roads. It's been very critical and will continue to be for as long as our people are demanding for roads, both at the urban and rural environments. One of our responsibilities is to link up rural environments to urban areas and of course improve on feeder roads along our major roads. The state is not only taking its no pothole policy a lot higher than it is now, because hopefully in the next 90 days or 60 to 90 days, let's say, we expect to get delivery of our asphalt plant that will continue to hasten repairs, management, and of course construction of new roads in the state. Once again, I want to thank you so much for coming, and I pray that God takes you back to your destination safely. Thank you so much.
His Excellency Alhaji Abdul Fattah Ahmed has announced that his government would inject 2 billion naira into the state's microcredit scheme. The governor dropped the hint in his office in Ilorin while receiving the participants of the Senior Executive Course 38 of the National Institute for Policy and Strategic Studies, Kuru Jos, who paid him a courtesy visit. The team leader, Professor Celestine Bassi, who was represented by Brigadier General Daniel Chinoko, said they were mandated by the President to carry out a study on the theme, strengthening institutional mechanism for poverty reduction and inclusiveness development.
This group has been mandated to do a study based on the theme given to us by Mr. President. And we are interrogating this year a topic which is strengthening the institutional mechanisms for poverty reduction and inclusive development in Nigeria. We are going to do a study of your state, sir. I do want to tell you this, sir, that in the National Institute, we do not play politics. We say it the way it is, the way we see it, and the aim is to better the society Nigeria. Ours is towards a better society. After which we will come back to Kuru and do a report that is geared towards pushing the various states forward, and at the end of this course we will also do a report for Mr. President. And that's after we must have gone to Europe, and we'll also go to other African countries. And we will now sum up what we see in those countries and then bring forward a report. Sir, thank you very much, sir.
The governor spoke of the government's plan to create 20,000 agro-related jobs annually in order to generate a successor generation of commercial farmers driven. The governor described poverty as a universal issue resulting from a state of short or long-term deprivation and insecurity in basic human needs, and explained that poverty reduction was top priority of his government.
Let me start by commending the NIPS for its contribution towards ensuring strategic policy formulation in Nigeria for over 3 decades. To have successfully sustained this mission for that long is no mean feat. I urge you to keep up the good work. As you are aware, poverty is a universal issue, resulting from a state of short or long-term deprivation and the sense of insecurity in basic human needs. Today, many countries are faced with the challenge of poverty. Of course, Nigeria is not an exception. Consequently, one of the cardinal objectives of this administration in Kwara is to improve the lives of our people in tangible ways. Thus, poverty reduction is a top priority for this administration. It is our mission to reduce poverty in the state, and we've identified agriculture as one of the keys to economic prosperity. Thus, in Kwara State, our vision is for an inclusive commercial agricultural sector that is focused on production value addition, in the local economy through a vibrant value chain. As a way to encourage farmers, we have put in place a microcredit scheme which has benefited about 50,000 small and medium enterprises, including farmers. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it is my hope that your report will contain recommendations that will help the state and country to further improve its institutions on poverty reduction and ensure inclusive development programs.
Kwara State will no doubt achieve its mission of poverty reduction, having identified agriculture as one of the keys to economic prosperity. Kwara State, it's good here.